Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to the channel. This is Psycho here with another video game pickups video. I did say last week that I was going to do another one the next day because I had a few things coming, but that didn't stop. So I kept putting it off because I kept coming across stuff. Um, there's not too much, but the stuff I ended up getting was actually pretty cool. And there's another big thing here too. So um, if you're not currently a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, hit the bell notification, support, leave comments. You know the drill. You guys know what to do. I wanted to address something that I was watching back last week's video, and as I was holding the game up to the camera, I noticed my fingernail was really gross. Now I'm not sure if I had like some cigarette ashes or something on it, but I can assure you my fingernails are not usually like that, and I just felt compelled to mention that because I was kind of repulsed by it myself. Like, what the hell? Like, yeah. Anyway, like I said, I just felt the need to bring that up because I spotted it when rewatching the video from last week. Okay, so getting right into it, I'm gonna start with the stuff that I got last weekend. Um, we're not doing this all in order because the big thing was not the newest thing that I acquired, so we're gonna save that for last. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna start with last week. These are game pickups. Excuse me, game pickups from Charles again. Always do business with Charles. And this was last week, and I also got some stuff from Charles today. So yeah, we're always doing business with him. And Carlos, also another guy from the game group that I deal with. So these are the games I got last week from, and a few of these things I'm really stoked to finally have. But I got 4 games and 2 minis from him. I didn't realize that he had this stuff available. And everybody around here knows that when I collect, I like to collect in box stuff. But for some reason, that's what all the people only like ever tell me about. But I mean, I collect everything. I just like complete in box or box stuff in general. So when he's sending me this list, and I'm just like, my mind is blown. There's so many things I want. And he's like, "Oh, I just thought you liked the box stuff," and that's what everybody thinks. But no, guys, I do collect everything. As you can see, I show it all the time on here. But so yeah, man, I was missing out on all this really great stuff this whole time because people just they didn't realize I collected everything. They thought I just did complete in box or boxed, box cart, box, you know, you know how it is. Anyway, I got these from Charles last week. First game is a PlayStation game. I had this when it was new. I played it, but I don't think I ever finished it. But it was pretty cool. It'd be cool to revisit, although it probably has not aged well if it's anything like the original Resident Evil for the PS1. But it is a black label copy of Dino Crisis for the obviously the PlayStation 1. Now, this is from Charles, and like I say, he always likes all of his stuff to be pretty pristine. I feel like I just spit. I don't know if I did or not. Um, he likes all of his stuff to be really super clean, so when you deal with him, all the stuff you're going to get is really going to be in crazy good condition. So yeah, Dino Crisis. I feel like that's kind of like a classic at this point, right? No, maybe let's argue about it in the comments. The next game I got, which I've been hearing that this game is actually kind of hard to find, so I assume that it'd be worth a little more. But I don't know if he just gave me a really great deal, but I didn't pay a ton for this, and I'm glad because I did want it. I had this on the PS2. I didn't have the Wii version, but now I do have the Wii version. I think this doesn't have the manual. Yeah, it doesn't have it. Maybe that's also why he knocked some off. But it is a copy of Manhunt 2. I love the Manhunt franchise. I really do. They'll never make another one because graphics are so good now that if this was, had to be recalled because of the graphic violence in it, there's no way they're pulling off another Manhunt today. So it was fun while it lasted, Rockstar. But both of the Manhunt games are actually pretty good. The second one is not as good as the first one, but the first one with James Earl Cash, and man, it was just wow. There was really like nothing like it before that, and it was great and creepy at the end. And I mean, when you fought Pigsy, which was the boss right before the final boss. I mean, not to spoil it or anything, but the game has been out forever, so If you have not played Manhunt, or even Manhunt 2 for that matter, because it's a whole different character, um, give them a try. I mean, they're Rockstar games, so it's, they're not going to be bad. The next one I picked up, I borrowed this from a friend. These are Wii games too. I borrowed this from a friend of mine back when this was new, and I didn't finish it, but I thought it was really cool. I like the art style, and I have since played the other game that this character, the main character of this game, is in, which is called Anarchy Reigns. And if you haven't been able to guess by now, I can't remember his name, but I talked about Anarchy Reigns on this channel before because I had got a copy of it and mentioned that this guy was in this game for the Wii, and it is a copy of Mad World. This game is really good. I don't see it around a lot. Um, I guess I don't really hunt Wii though either, but I mean this was in the guy's list, and I was like, yeah, I remember that game being pretty cool. And this one is complete. I don't know why I didn't show the Manhunt, but I didn't. But the Manhunt was just disc only. And the final actual game that I got from him in this lot was another Wii game that I had never heard of, but I feel, it seemed like kind of like a scarier game, like a psychological kind of horror type game. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I did look it up and it did seem kind of creepy in spots. But it is a copy of Cursed Mountain for the Wii. Yeah, I didn't know much about this. I think the box art is cool, and it seems like something that I would be interested in checking out. But again, this is also complete. I'm gonna scoot this over here so that you guys are getting a better look at this stuff. Cursed Mountain for the Wii. And in this lot of this stuff that I got, the two things that I was most excited for, and I didn't even realize that he had these available. And I mean, they're hard to find. I guess they're not that hard to find. They're just expensive. At least the one thing is, anyway. But he had a couple of minis for sale, and one was this. It is the PlayStation Mini. Now, this has been critically panned. Like, everybody hates this thing. But I mean, it is a cool piece of history. I look through the games list on here, and some of these games are absolute classics that I wouldn't mind playing. A sleeper, or a hidden gem, in my opinion, is that game. The game is called Intelligent Cube. If you play PS1 and have never tried Intelligent Cube, it is a puzzle game, but it's really different. And I remember being hooked on the demo. I really liked the game a lot. Intelligent Cube somehow made it on here. And, what else is on here? Battle Arena Toshinden, which probably hasn't aged well, but I remember that was a launch game, and that was the game that I had when I got my PlayStation initially, and I loved it. I don't know, Jumping Flash is on here, which is a wacky game, but I remember enjoying that one. Final Fantasy VII, the original Metal Gear Solid, Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. Just these are the highlights. Resident Evil Director's Cuts, or Director Cut. The original Twisted Metal. I mean, those are the ones I'm excited for. But you got Tekken 3 and Wild Arms and a bunch of other cool things. I'm not going to go through the entire list, even though I kind of did. But honestly, I'm excited to have this. I really am. And this is brand new. It's sealed. The seal has not been broken. He sold it to me brand new. Thanks, Charles. Cool piece to add. Everybody seems to hate it, but I don't know. There's enough games on here to where I think it's cool. Now the thing is like, am I going to open it? I don't know. I'm on the fence about ever opening anything that I have that's sealed. So maybe if I ever come across another one, loose or, just in box, I may grab that. And the other thing, this is the thing I was most excited for in this lot. Like I said, these are... I mean, I feel like they're everywhere, but people just charge a ton for them. I didn't pay what the retail price. I paid a little more than that, but it wasn't much more. And, I mean, it's just the way it is with this particular item, and I didn't mind paying a little extra. because I see people charging like 150, or up to 150. I think I've seen is the highest I've seen recently, but it is the NES Classic Edition. Finally got my hands on one of these. I've been wanting one since it's been out. They've either been hard to find or ridiculously expensive. But I finally got one, and I'm pretty stoked to have this. I have not plugged it in yet, but this again has some of my all-time favorite NES games on here. Not all of them, but a bunch. This is also new. This is open. I mean, as far as the box goes, I don't know if there was tape or anything holding this on him, but this is open. But he has never played it because he said he had like 2 or 3 of these. So yeah, all the stuff is in there. There's the actual NES. You can see that it still has like the little foam piece on top. And then what's the other thing here? There's the controller, still in the foam. Wow, I think I almost just broke the box. Good thing I stopped doing that. But yeah, super stoked to have this. Will I play it? I don't know. Maybe one day I'll throw it on. Same situation. Maybe if I can find one loose or something, but I don't know that I want to like take it out of the foam and stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The answer is I do not know. But I'm just happy to have one. Thank you, Charles. And I'll be thanking you again later in this video when I go through the games that I got from you more recently. But yeah, guys, those 4 games and then these things. I'm pretty stoked to have both of these. So, yeah. That was last weekend. Okay, so the next thing I got was we're going to go ahead and say this. Like I said, we're not doing these in order, but this I got from a friend. We traded. The trade credit was $15 is what he said he was asking for it, so I traded him $15 in product for this Switch game. Now, he didn't really get anything crazy or anything like that. But and this isn't anything crazy, but I like to collect for the Switch, and I didn't already have this, so I did the $15 in trade. And it has a copy of the wonderful 101 for the Nintendo Switch. And there's no such thing as game manuals anymore, so you just get to see the artwork and the cartridge now. But yeah, excited to add this to the collection, even though I haven't been... Man, I said in last video that I was playing Link's Awakening, but I haven't played since last like Friday or Saturday. So the next thing I got was okay. So I'm gonna jump ahead to today because the other things that are here are the lot with the big thing that I want to show you. So I'm gonna jump ahead today. So we're going back to Charles. These are the games I picked up from Charles today. And these are all games that, well, one of them I've not played. But I played the original version of the game for the NES back in the day, and I thought the remake for the Wii looked cool, so I picked it up. Again, 1 PlayStation game, 3 Wii games. We'll start with the PlayStation game. And there's a story behind this one, too. Not the way I got it or anything, which is just the story as far as the game goes, but is a copy of Tenchu Stealth Assassins. Now, this game here, I was thinking about it today. I love this game. And I believe this is the game that kickstarted my love for the stealth genre. And when I mentioned that to Charles today, he said, well, Metal Gear Solid. And I was like, I love Metal Gear. I talked about it before in the videos. One of my favorite franchises of all time. But I think I played this game first. And excuse me. It was a memorable game for the one level. I believe it was level 6. You have to infiltrate the Manji cult, and they have deranged cultists. And this is where I wish I did game capture stuff because I would post the pictures of or the video of it. But that's coming in time, guys. I know I've been saying that, but I just got to get on the ball with everything. But the Deranged Cultist, I remember like seeing the animations for these things, and the game is probably not aged well, as far as graphics go. But I just remember the face and the way these cultists moved around. It was kind of creepy. I remember thinking that. So yeah, I'm super stoked to have this game. Black Label Tenchu Stealth Assassins for the. I feel like I'm spitting again for the PlayStation One. Great game. If you can put up with the old graphics, the outdated graphics, the game is pretty dope. I think so, anyway. And then moving on to the Wii stuff, I picked up a copy of A Boy and His Blob. Now, this is the game I played on the NES. I did not finish it. And I remember when they were doing previews and stuff like that of the remake, I was like, man, that looks pretty cool. I would play that. And I always saw it at the store, and it was always pretty cheap, like, $20, $19.99 or whatever, and I never grabbed it. And so this was on his list, and finally I grabbed that today, A Boy and His Blob. And it is complete. So I'll be happy to give this a spin. What was next? A game that many, many, many people who have played this game, critics, just regular consumers, everyone seems to hate this game. It's not the best game in the franchise, but I don't hate this game. I actually played through this entire game when it was new. When I found out it was coming out, that was day one. Like, I went to the store and was like, "Hey, I want this game," and I played through the entire game, beat the entire game, and I enjoyed it. I didn't hate it, and a lot of people did, and I don't understand the hate. Maybe like they said the story was too like a diary. I don't know. I remember it being kind of sappy in a few spots, but overall, the action of the game was pretty good, and the controls were okay, and like it, I just don't hate this game like a lot of people do, and that is Metroid Other M. Man, I just don't understand all the hate for this game. Even if you don't like the story all that much, the gameplay was good. The boss fights were cool. Then there was the cool throwback boss fight at the very end, which I also did. And yeah, I don't get it. And it's first party Nintendo title, so it's definitely worth having in the collection. Metroid Other M. Guys, quit hating this game so much, for real. And it is complete, and it does have the what am I trying to say here? Oh, like the inserts too. But yeah, stop hating Other M. And this was also a Wii game that when I found out the day it was coming out, I went and grabbed it immediately. It is Punch Out for the Nintendo Wii. I never beat Mike Tyson. I could get to Mike Tyson quite easily. I could do all the patterns with all the other boxers. I get right to Mike Tyson, Mr. Dream, whichever one. They were the same. But I could never finish the game. Super Metroid. Super Punch Out came along for the Super Nintendo. That game I did beat. Although I don't think I beat the secret character, which was Donkey Kong. I don't think I ever beat Donkey Kong, but I beat all the main fighters, which was kind of weird because I could never beat the original game, but I beat Super Punch Out. And then this one, I completed. I did beat this game. It was hard, especially when you go through the second circuit. You have to fight all the guys over, but they have like a new special thing that makes it harder. For example, Glass Joe has the headgear. So you have to find alternate ways to like take him out. And every character was like that, where they added something to where it made it much harder. But I did complete this game, and this right here is how remakes or reboots should be handled. Same great gameplay, updated graphics, still cartoony, great characters, great control, great everything. This, if you own a Wii, I believe that this is probably a must-own title for the Wii. If you agree with me, talk about it in the comments. If you disagree with me, talk about it in the comments. Although I feel like I'll get more comments about why people hate Other M instead. That's fine too. We can debate that too, but I don't hate that game, and I certainly don't hate this game. Punch Out for the Wii. Thanks again, Charles. Okay, so this next pickup I'm going to show you, I just got about an hour ago, honestly. And I was waiting to make the video because I was waiting on this to show up. And this is not... I got that, like I said, about an hour ago, and there's more stuff to show. This stuff I got during midweek. So, but that's the one that has the big item in it. So I'm going to show that last. But so I picked this up a little while ago, and there's two games that you don't see around too often. And yeah, two games you don't see around too often, and a console. Uh, yeah, they're PlayStation 2, Black Label PlayStation 2 games. Like I said, you don't see them around too often, and they're definitely for mature players. But the first game that I picked up is Leisure Suit Larry Magna Cum Laude. I've never played a Leisure Suit Larry game. I kind of know about, know what you're supposed to do in the games. I've never played one. I don't hook up my PlayStation 2 ever, so I probably never will play it. But like I said, I don't see it around too often, and the opportunity to have it came up, so I figured I'd grab it and throw it in the collection. And it is complete. Leisure Suit Larry, Magna Cum Laude. Laude? Is that how you say that? I'm pretty sure. Okay, so then there's that. So if your pervo meter has gone up, and I sputtered there a little bit, if your pervo meter has gone up over the fact that I picked this game up today, it is going to go through the roof when you see the next game. This game is another game that you just don't see around, and I picked it up for that very reason, that it is just so uncommon. I don't think I've ever actually seen this game in person. And when I seen that I had the chance to grab it, I said, man, yeah, I got to grab that. I'll probably never play it. I don't hook up to PS2 or anything, But you don't see it around, and who knows in the future how much this thing will be worth. But it is a copy of Playboy the Mansion. Playboy had a video game. And I did research, not by reading Playboys. I mean, if that's the case, I've been doing research on this game since like the early 90s. But anyway, I looked up some gameplay on YouTube and stuff like that, and this is pretty crazy. YouTube actually showed the gameplay, but yeah, it's definitely not for kids. Think of PlayStation 2 era graphics, naked boobs, or you know what I mean. Like, it's crazy. I don't know who this game is for. I really don't. I don't know what they were thinking, and I believe this is I thought for some reason I thought that this was Ubisoft, but it's not. But I have no idea who this game is for. I mean, what were they thinking? Okay, let's make a game similar to The Sims, but have you be Hugh Hefner in the Playboy Mansion. And you can, make out with the girls, and you can, yeah, you can sleep with them. And like I said, the graphics are not great. And I mean, if you are the person that this game was made for, then yes, you'll probably enjoy looking at what this shows. But like I said, I picked it up because it's a pretty uncommon game, and I don't think I've ever seen it around. So I think it's a cool piece to add to the collection, and definitely a conversation starter for sure. So yeah, I couldn't help it, guys. Playboy the Mansion for the PlayStation 2. Look up gameplay. I'm telling you, it's exactly The Sims, but the options are much more sexual than The Sims, and they show a whole lot more than just a blur. You know what I mean? This blows my mind. Like, they made a Playboy game, and now I have it. And the other thing I picked up from Carlos tonight was this. And he actually, when I asked him about it, he actually texted me back. He's like, "Are you talking about the pink one?" And I had to answer like, "Yes, the pink one," because it's a console that's in the box, and I don't already have it, and I don't care that it's pink. So I'll display it over there with the other box consoles, and I'm happy with it, and I got a good deal for it. But it is Nintendo DS Lite, and yes, it's pink. I don't hate it. I don't. And yeah, the console's here. There's the console. Even has the stylus still. And yeah, so Nintendo DS Lite, the pink one, and it has the charger in there. Well, he said the charger originally was broken, but he threw another DS charger that he had because he probably has 10 million of them. He threw another one in there that wasn't broken, and also gave me the one that he said still kind of worked but is kind of broken. So, and this is the first DS Lite I owned. So now I have a DS Lite and a complete unboxed Game Boy Color, and it also has the manual in there too. You can see. I'm not gonna pull it out because it was kind of the hassle to get everything back in there with the cord just like being loose in there. So, but yeah, man, I'm stoked. The Leisure Suit Larry game, the Playboy game, and this pink Nintendo DS. I'm beginning to question my entire existence. All right, now here's the big thing. Um, this was also from Carlos. I He hit me up, I believe it was Tuesday, and sent me a picture of something that I am about to show you. And even though I already have two of these, like I just couldn't pass it up. And he also sent me a picture of a game that I needed to complete a box and manual game and box manual cart game, and then just threw these other things in because they were in the box. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this. Um, there's some NES manuals. Now, what had happened was when I got the original item, the big item that I'm going to show last, I was looking around through it and it had the manuals for the stuff that came with it, but it also had these four other Nintendo manuals in there. So he took them out, and then as we're talking or whatever, like he's just holding the manuals, like, you know what? I don't need these. He's like, you can just have these too. And okay, I mean, I don't collect manuals. I have a bunch in a drawer, not because I go out of my way to collect them, just because I came across them, and it's like I won't throw them away, because you never know when you're going to come across any of these games. But so yeah, I took them, and it's like, okay, now I just have these manuals, and they're pretty clean. They're in good shape too. So if I ever need like clean manuals for to complete any of these boxes, then I'll have them. But the first one was the manual for Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf. Oh, these are all NES games too. Then Roger Clemens MVP Baseball. Sports titles. Yeah, I know. I hear you guys. I hear you. And the next one, and this is a pretty super clean manual too. The manual for Double Dragon. What a classic. I love this game. But I love this next game even more. And the manual for Super Mario Brothers 2. Funny story, and I told him that when he gave this to me. And this is a really clean manual too. No corner bends or anything, no creases. I had Mario 2. I had all three Marios in the box. Mario 2 had box and card only. I never had the manual for it. And now that I don't have the box or the game, I have the manual. So maybe I'll be able to get a box Mario 2 to stick this into one day. We'll see. But yeah, those were just the manuals that he threw in. And the next thing he threw in also was a game. Like I said, he knew I needed it to complete the thing, or to complete the card box and manual. So he threw the game in. So now I have this here, another box manual card copy of Donkey Kong Country. Um, I needed, if you remember in the last video, I had the box, but a box and manual, but I needed the card. Well, since then, which was only like about a week ago, I think a week ago today, I can't. He had the cart, and he threw that in when I also bought this. He threw the manual in and the cart for this. So I threw this up on Facebook Marketplace in the group, a bunch of groups, and this is up for sale or trade. It's not in the best shape, but it's a box Donkey Kong Country with a manual and the cart. So if you are interested, leave me a comment. I'm open to selling it. I'd rather trade, honestly, because I can come across a bunch of get more stuff in the collection without having to spend the money. I could just trade away something that I already have. And this box was from the $10 box lot that I got a few weeks ago, and the cart was free. So now I have a complete inbox copy of Donkey Kong Country that I essentially paid. Well, I got all that stuff in the $5 in the $10 empty boxes with the Donkey Kong Country manual. So let's see, there were 5 items in there. I paid $10. So $2 it cost me to have this complete inbox copy of Donkey Kong Country. Because if we break those 5 items down, I paid $10, and it was $2 per item. So, and like I said, he threw the card in for Carlos threw the card to me for free when I bought this other item from him last week. So, like I said, $2 I paid for a complete inbox copy of Donkey Kong Country. But yeah, this is available. And now the final thing. It seems like these things have been popping up all over the place and just like kind of falling in my lap. Um, I'm going to show you what it is. I'm not going to open it. I mean, I guess I could. Um, but yeah, yeah. I don't think I'm going to open it. You guys know what they look like inside, and this is a very clean one. If it wasn't, I would say so. So I'm not going to open it just to save time because we're already at 30 minutes here. So I found another one of these. Well, my friend found one and hit me up, and I couldn't pass it up. But it is another complete in box Nintendo action set. Um, we're at 3 of these now, guys. And I considered, since I have 3 of them, I considered maybe selling one or trading one away, but I don't know that I want to. I think I want to hang on to all 3 of them. And this is by far probably the cleanest one. Like I said, I'm not going to tear it apart. But if you go in there, it's like the console has never been touched. The pins are super clean. It has all the manuals, the cartridge, the controllers. Everything is in really, really good shape. So now I mean, it's crazy, guys. So these things are supposed to be kind of hard to find. But there's another one here. Here's the one I showed you from a couple of weeks ago. And then this is also one of the ones that I got a couple of weeks ago. So now I am up to 3. I'm moving it all around. Up to 3 Nintendo action sets. I mean, I'm not hating that, but hey, can we come across maybe a different variant of the system? But you know what? Hey, you want to keep selling me action sets? I'll keep taking action sets. But I went from not having a Nintendo console to having 3 now, complete in box. And yeah, I thought that was a dope pickup. I found some really cool stuff, at least cool stuff in my opinion. Now, if you're a collector, you're thinking, oh yeah, the box Nintendo is cool, and you know maybe the minis and the box Donkey Kong and the DS or whatever. At least that's what I like as far as collecting. I like box stuff. But even the games that aren't, you know, super valuable or whatever, they're fun and nostalgic for me, so that's why I picked those up too. So, but yeah, but that's it, guys, for this week. I don't really have any other deals planned. I mean, I still have some stuff on hold with Charles that I might pick up some stuff next week. Most likely will. Hopefully, maybe some of my limited run stuff will come. I think I'm waiting on the Green Lava collection right now, and hopefully my Scott Pilgrim special edition will come soon. But yeah, guys, if you liked the video, thumbs up, leave a comment. Definitely leave a comment. Leave a like, hit the notification button, subscribe. Let's keep building this channel, and check out the music stuff I did too. It's kind of crazy because what I'll do is I'll have a couple drinks and then have enough confidence to be able to post me playing music, and I do it in like a silhouette because I don't know why. We were setting the video up and I just thought it looked cool, so I rolled with it. I was like, hey, I like the fact that I'm a shadow. I mean, you can kind of see me, but I like the fact that I'm a shadow, and I have a couple drinks, and then it gets to the point where it's like, man, I want to jam these songs. Let's make a video. So if you're into, you know, music too, go check those out. I appreciate the support again, guys, and again, do all the stuff. I haven't been talking about Twitch on these videos recently because I haven't been doing it. I'm not sure why. It's easily you get easily discouraged, honestly, and I mean, it just feels like I'm starting all over. And not only that, but I haven't really played anything, honestly. Like I said, I haven't played a game in over a week. I've been mostly just hunting and collecting them. I need to start playing some of them. But yeah, guys, thanks for the support. And if I do ever get back on Twitch, I will absolutely advertise that through here and on Facebook. And I need to start up some other social media apps so that we can maybe get some uh, fan bases on those also. TikTok or whatever. I don't ever want to do TikTok, but I mean if it helps. Anyways, I'm rambling on at this point. If you stuck around this long, thank you. I appreciate it. Hope there was something here that you enjoyed seeing, because I definitely do enjoy having them. And that's it, guys. Psycho out.